Hello everyone. In the previous tutorial, we learned how to create our first AEM project using the latest Maven archetype. We set up our project structure, deployed it to AEM, and ensured everything was running smoothly. In today's tutorial, we will take the next step, build an AEM component from scratch. We shall create featured card component which will allow author to configure multiple cards with images, title, description and links. This component will also include an AEM dialog for customization, making it to a great way to understand AEM component development in detail. By the end of this tutorial, you shall learn what an AEM component is and its structure, how to create an AEM component with proper file organization, right? How to use AEM dialog to allow authors to configure content, and how to write HTML for your component, and how to test and use the component in AEM pages, right? Okay, let's see what is an AEM component. AEM components are basic building blocks of an AEM website, right? They define how content is displayed and allow authors to manage content dynamically. Components can be simple like text or image component, or complex like carousel, featured section or forms. Anything you display on a page can be a component. An AEM component is a reusable piece of functionality. The component can be used across multiple pages and templates. We will see it in detail in future tutorials. Every AIM component has a specific structure consisting of some files. For example, we will use featured card component in this tutorial. So for this featured component, we will be using all of these files. Let's go through all of these files one by one. We will have content.xml, which will be a component definition, right? Component name, category, etc. Then we will have CQDialog.xml. It defines the AEM dialog widget for this component, where author can define some content for this component. Then we will have featuredcard.html. It's a HTML or slightly script for rendering your component. Then we can use featuredcard.js, which is JavaScript for interactivity, and CSS file for styling. Then we will have Sling Model, a Java class for backend logic, like to fetch data from JCR, which is Java Content Repository. Okay, let's build our component and go through each of these files practically and understand their purpose. Okay, in our previous tutorial, we created an AEM project using the latest Maven archetype. We will use the same project to build our AEM component. Okay, in our AEM projects, we go to UI.apps, src, GCR root, and components. Inside this component package, we create a folder like featured card. Inside this folder, we add .content.xml file. We already have a hello world component. Let's copy its content.xml inside this. .content.xml file in an AEM component actually registers it with AEM and define its metadata. It sets the component's title, type, and the group where author can find it in the AEM editor, right? Without this file, the component wouldn't be available in the AEM component browser. I change its title like featured card component and let the component group be as it is. And once this component gets registered in AEM, then author can drag and drop it on the pages. Okay, now we create AEM dialog for this component. AEM dialog allows authors to put content dynamically. What is an AEM dialog? Let me show you in an existing Hello World component. I open the existing Hello World component and open the AEM dialog. Let me change the value here. And when I click on done, see this value has been changed here. So an AEM dialog is a user interface element in Adobe Experience Manager that allow authors to configure components. They include various input fields like text fields, drop down, and checkboxes to capture user inputs. Then these dialog fields are stored in the JCR under the component node in a page where this component is placed, right? So we create a folder like CQ dialog. So I'll simply copy it and place in featured cards, right? And make modification as per my requirement. So here I will add some fields like title, description, image, and link. Okay, I have used few fields on this AEM dialog as per my need. If you see a property like Sling resource type, Granite, UI, components, Coral, and something like form text field, actually AEM dialog are built using Granite UI. It's a framework provided by Adobe for creating forms and user interfaces in AEM. It defines reusable UI components such as text field, drop down, path browsers, and more. Okay, now we will add our HTML file like featuredcard.html, which actually will be a HTML template, right? We can file and add something like featuredcard.html. I need to retrieve the fields from the AEM dialog like title, description, image, and link directly from the dialog using properties object and use those value in this HTML file. Okay, we write our HTML something like now it dynamically displays the values entered in the AEM dialog. Here we are using properties object to get field values from the AEM dialog. In HTML, properties is a built-in global object that provides access to the component's stored data, right? It retrieves values directly from the JCR where the dialog fields are saved. For example, if we see property.image, it is directly retrieving image field value from the AEM which we had defined on the AEM dialog using name. Similarly, we are retrieving value of other fields. Okay, for now our basic featured card component is ready. So let's deploy it using command ambient clean install p auto install package. Okay, now it's deploying it. Okay, our project is built successfully and AEM component is deployed. So let's verify it from CRXD. We go to CRXD and refresh it. And yes, our featured card component is available here. Now we go to page and place this component on the page. Let me remove the existing Hello World component from this page. Okay, no, we don't have any component on this page. So click on plus button inside the page layout to add a new component. And we type here like featured. Yeah, our featured card component is available and you notice its component group is my site content and it is the same group which had defined here in component definition like my site content. Okay, select it. Okay, the component is placed. Yeah. Okay, click on wrench icon to open dialog and we put some value like subscribe my channel. Let's learn AEM together with code canvas with OC. And I provide my website like google.com and this is my image link. I need to place image from assets. We will discuss assets in some future tutorial in detail. I go to content, go to assets, my sites, and here some images are available. I select it and click on done and see our values which we entered in the AEM dialog are available on the page. Okay, today we successfully created AEM component and placed it on a page, configured it using the dialog and verified it that it is working correctly. Now in the next tutorial, we shall take this component even further. Stay tuned. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more AEM tutorials. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.